Iran publicly hangs 3 men in Shiraz. Iranian authorities hanged 3 men in public on Wednesday after they were convicted of waging war against God for armed robbery in Shiraz, south-central Iran. The video of the scene, published on the state media, highlights the use of public executions, in which officials publicly hang convicts from a large crane or high place in front of crowds. Iranian authorities have acknowledged public executions of at least 10 people so far this year. Iran regime says US bases and aircraft carriers within missile range. An Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander said on Wednesday that US bases in Afghanistan, the UAE, Qatar, and US aircraft carriers in the Gulf were within reach of Iranian missiles as tensions rise between Tehran and Washington. Iran's cyber attacks against US can cause damage, experts warn. The president of the Global Situation Room Inc. and the former White House Director of Global Engagement, Brett Bruen, warned that we are likely to see Tehran in the coming days and weeks target American interests. He added that the most vulnerable and important objective for them is American businesses. They are affecting some economic impact as retribution. Iran trying to ignite war from Gaza. Nikolay Mladenov, the UN Special Coordinator for the Middle East peace process, hinted on Wednesday that Iran aspires to violate the terms of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. He said, "There are forces out there that want to push us all into the abyss of a confrontation." Asked about Iran's influence in Gaza, he replied, "Since the very first day that the Egyptians first brokered the intra-Palestinian reconciliation agreement in 2017, someone out there has been trying to disrupt it." Fuel problem of Iranian airlines still remains unresolved. The fuel problem of Iranian airlines still remains unresolved, albeit no external flights have been cancelled so far and the flights are carried out on schedule, said Secretary of Iran's Aviation Companies Association Maghsood Azadi-Samani. He said that some Gulf countries, as well as Lebanon and Turkey, have banned fuel supply to Iranian airlines. OFAC has cancelled licenses for Boeing and Airbus to sell airplanes to Iran after Trump pulled the United States out of the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement in May and reimposed sanctions on the country. FBI announced a $3 million reward for help finding Iranian who sourced IED parts from Minnesota. Federal authorities are offering up to $3 million for help arresting an Iranian national who has been on the run for 8 years since an indictment accused him of illegally procuring technology from Minnesota that was fashioned into roadside bombs used to target U.S. military personnel in Iraq. The FBI in Minneapolis announced the reward being offered by the U.S. State Department on Tuesday. Agents have sought Hossein Ahmed Laranjani, 55, since his 2010 indictment by a federal grand jury in Washington, D.C., on multiple charges related to the shipment of radio transceiver modules made in Minnesota. Laranjani is believed to be living in Tehran, the FBI said this week.